been a while. I had to get that one out of the system.
It was a little slow.
Okay, welcome to a very Comic-Con-rific episode of Fan Men Podcast. I'm DJ Gove.
Chris Davis.
Sean Hogarty.
Okay, so we're going to do 2 parts, nothing but Comic-Con breakdown.
Nothing but Comic-Con breakdown.
So we're getting on a little later than some other people. Sean's got back from summer vacation. We'll talk about that later on.
I've been looking forward to this because other than a few select things, I really didn't catch 99% of the Comic-Con news. So you guys
So we're essentially acting as the internet for you?
Yeah.
Cool, excellent. So one good thing about this, even though it's Comic-Con, there's really no good comic book news to come out of it, so we can skip over all that. Nothing really that great.
Okay.
So let's go.
Did they announce anything?
They announced, because the new House of M came out, or whatever, the X-Men series, which they're using to retrofit them into the movies. Yeah.
I think there was some
new
light talk
series
about the DC horror line.
Yeah, and like they announced, was it the sequel to White Knight? Or, nothing crazy.
Oh, the Sean Murphy.
Yeah. Nothing great. So one thing they did announce a shit ton of stuff for was all these new TV shows and all these continuing TV shows. It basically turned into TV Con.
Most of the activations were TV related.
Yeah.
Using that jargon, what does that mean to normal people, Chris?
What's the best way of putting it? An interactive exhibit.
Yeah. So when I went a couple years ago, I went to the Blade Runner 2049 one. I didn't know it was called an activation, but it was awesome.
But they call them all activations.
I think they had one that was, you could go into the precinct of Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Oh, cool.
Which would have been amazing. Which
I still haven't watched that, but I know it's awesome.
Oh, great show.
Yeah.
All-timer.
Wasn't it canceled at one point?
Yeah, it's on a different... Yeah.
Somebody else picked it up, and now it's blowing up a comic.
Welcome to the new world.
Well, the thing is, with Brooklyn Nine-Nine, it never had bad ratings. Just Fox cut a bunch of stuff out for they sold off to Disney, and NBC scooped it right up, and it was like one of their top shows because people love it. So, Okay, so number 1, they had the trailer came out for the Witcher TV show for Netflix.
So this Witcher's a game?
Witcher was a book series first, fantasy book series.
Then became a game.
About a guy in a bathtub who fights monsters. He's always in the fucking bathtub for some reason.
While fighting?
No, just before. Like there's a statue that just came out and it's Gerard in the bathtub. He's very clean.
We like a good clean fight.
Yeah, exactly.
Henry Cavill's playing the
Henry Cavill's playing the lead, Gerard. The games are phenomenal. They're about 190 hours a piece, so they're a hard get. They're really good. But the trailer came out. I don't anymore. I went through the first one. I have the third one with my PlayStation. I didn't even put a dent in it.
So as somebody who, I'm aware of the game only as it's a game. Yep. I'm aware it's some kind of, it looks like a Skyrim kind of thing.
It's medieval.
Am I going to care about this?
Yeah, medieval, fights monsters, has like warlocky kind of powers.
I don't think you need to know the game.
You don't at all.
Okay.
Nope, not at all. It's very much could fit that if you're really hurting for your Game of Thrones fix, it's going to sneak right in there.
I was, but the final couple episodes of Game of Thrones kind of took care of that.
But if you like dragons and monsters and magic powers and swords and shit, all over it.
That sounds okay.
So that's number 1. So a lot of people were scared about it, but it looks pretty good. Number 2, the Walking Dead panel.
Right. So I'm probably half a season behind. I have not finished the current season.
I think season 10 is about to start.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So I'm 9 seasons behind.
Not
I
quite
also
that far,
have not finished as I haven't.
Books.
I took the remainder of the series with me on vacation, but I didn't really get any of it read. So I'm still a year behind in the books.
The show's so far removed from the books anyway. Yeah. So they confirmed 2 things. One, there's a new spin-off series coming
called.
I don't know.
It's about like teenagers or college age kids at the I heard something
that's kind of tangentially tied to.
Yeah. So with the ending of the series, it feels to me like the choice to do another spin-off series may not be a great idea.
See, now at this point in time, it's almost like a National Lampoon's thing. You're just spinning off zombie shows and calling them something The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
And how much of that, how many people were buying the comics?
Yeah.
The reach of the show was far greater than the comics.
Oh,
so I don't think the series itself had any tie to it other than the name at this point.
But, I was talking about, Rick left.
But he's getting movies.
He's getting movies, yeah. The first Walking Dead movie with him in it, post-show, is going to be theatrically released. They announced that. But he's gone, Glenn's gone, Carl's gone, all that stuff. And now the big hit was they can confirm Michonne's leaving the show.
Right.
With 3 episodes next year or something like that, it's going to be a handful.
And she's dipping out. So really you have Daryl, who was not a character in the books. He's made it for the show, and Negan, and that's it. And Carol, right? People like Carol?
Yeah. Negan's a great character, and up to the point that I have seen this TV series, I like the way Jeffrey Dean Morgan's played him, and some of
fucking boss. So.
Yeah, and some of the Negan story within the comic books, obviously stuff I have read, there's stuff that I'm dying to see Jeffrey Dean Morgan do. I don't know if he's already done it in the current season, the past season.
Not all of it. Not all of it.
Yeah, so don't talk about it.
That's coming. Okay, but that's coming, and with her leaving, the show's on life support. It's only a matter of time now.
But it's not a character based show per se. It's a
every time they lose one of these, we'll call them your cores, your season 1 through 3 guys.
Yeah.
When they lost Glenn, ratings dipped off.
Yeah.
When they lost Carl, ratings dipped off. Just another hump.
I don't necessarily ratings versus quality, don't necessarily go together.
No, but it equals the money to keep making the show.
Yeah.
So that's
all with the ad revenue.
The trailer for Picard came out.
So I saw what must have been a teaser. Maybe I haven't seen this trailer.
I don't know. Was it a full trailer or? I think I saw the same teaser that you.
If it was released for SDCC, then I have not seen it.
No, I think I saw the same teaser that you saw.
From what it looks like, Picard comes out of retirement because the Borg are hunting down some girl. 7 of 9's in it.
Interesting.
She's back. Riker's back. I mean,
Riker's in it?
I saw the announcement that Riker's in it.
I'm sold.
It's a continuation of Next Generation.
Well, I mean, to be fair, what they've done with Discovery has me back in on track. Right, I mean you guys haven't watched Discovery, right?
No, I was never a big Trek guy.
Yeah,
I like Enterprise.
I enjoyed Enterprise. I watched that.
Like Bakula.
But Discovery is probably my favorite of the Trek series. And again, now we've got Trek in the era of serious television, right? So I think it's and they're not screwing around. So they're not going to put schlock up. It's going to be an attempt to be good.
Yeah, I mean, I do know.
You would hope.
From what I know, because I do know a lot of Trekkies, and obviously, the original Star Trek people, they're starting to dwindle in numbers a little bit. Like, there's not a lot of the original cast left, so that fan base is shrinking. From what I understand, even people who are too young to technically be of age when that show came out, Next Generation was like a huge magnet for those people.
So this is going
to do really fucking well.
Yeah,
I think this is going to be gangbusters, and it looks very well made. It doesn't look like a Star Trek show.
Is it CBS All Access again?
Yes,
I believe so. Yeah,
because I'd be interested to know what percentage of people are actually seeing it on CBS All Access.
There's no way to get it.
Again, my question.
It is. Yeah,
I think you're going to see. My work. I know 5 people are going to subscribe just to get Picard.
Yeah.
And that's 5 out of 65 people. Right there.
That's pretty good. Yeah.
So that should be good. I mean, the one thing I liked about it when you watch it, I remember to me, Next Generation always had like this blue light to it, kind of the way it was filmed, and everything looked exactly the same. It doesn't look like a Star Trek show. It looks like something else.
Well, I mean, the last time we had a Star Trek show that wasn't Discovery, you were still shooting on film for the most part.
That's true.
Or shooting on film or shooting on video.
Yeah. But everything was because all the hallways were silver. Everything was the same. It was the 3 jersey colors and silver. It's all everything was and tan.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It looks
This
cool.
is one of those rare times where I have to be quiet because I know nothing about Trek. Yeah.
This is what I hear when you guys are going wrestling.
We were talking before at dinner.
Yeah.
That I'd be excited to meet Shatner.
Oh, yeah.
Because he played Denny Crane.
Right.
I could care less about Kirk.
Like Boston Legal?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Or he was TJ Hooker too, right?
He was TJ Hooker.
There we go.
Yeah.
Was that Adrian Zemed?
Yes.
Adrian Zemed and a young Heather Locklear.
That's right. Yep.
Heather Locklear.
All right, so I'll have to watch that trailer later.
Yep. Okay, so let's jump into DC. Go there. The trailer came out for the animated Harley Quinn show.
So I think I saw a still from that, but I haven't seen the trailer.
Fucking hilarious.
It looks like one of Jimmy and Amanda's.
Who's voicing Harley?
Penny from Big Bang Theory.
Really?
Yeah.
Billy Kuko.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, they switched up the names. Alan Tudyk's doing the Joker.
Yeah.
I'm missing one too. There's another name
there is
tied to it that,
but like every character's in it, including Batman.
But it's very much New 52. The Jimmy
it's
and Amanda
Jimmy.
Harley. Yes.
Okay, because I did enjoy that Harley run.
It did,
and it is definitely an adults-only show.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
It's not safe for kids.
Kind of like, like when I accidentally let my kid watch the Harley Quinn animated movie when she rapes Nightwing. That was interesting. That was
spoilers. I haven't seen it yet.
Oh,
You
yeah.
Seen that one? Yeah, when she ties into a chair.
She ties into a chair and she's changing. He pops a little tent and she basically rapes Nightwing.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah. But the show looks, the funny thing about it is it looks good, but it just looks batshit crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Like LSD fever dream crazy. So it's gonna be a nice change up. That's where that character is. So I'm very excited for that. It's kind of weird hearing her talk and not being Arlene or Tara.
Yeah,
that's kind of weird. But because I hear that voice, I just think Penny.
Yeah. Jason Alexander, Diedrich Bader.
Jason Alexander.
Lake
so
Bell is
Bader is Batman.
Yeah.
Okay. Lake Bell is playing Ivy.
Oh, okay.
So there's some big names tied to it.
Yeah, but it looks really good.
They got Tony Hale. It's like they rated the cast of Veep.
Yeah,
they have nothing to do right now.
Yeah, well, clearly.
Tony Hale, he's coming off his Forky run, so he's primed for the.
Oh, was he Forky?
He was Forky, yeah.
I did see Toy Story 4 on
JB Smooth
on the cruise, and really enjoyed it.
JB Smooth is Clayface, I think.
Yep.
Yeah,
interesting.
It's like I said, it's fucking nuts.
Yeah.
So that was really
going to be a good time.
All right. So what else?
Titan Season 2 is coming September 6th.
Obviously, I'm in for that.
So Superboy, Crypto, possibly some other characters from the vault. They did have a stuntman die finishing the show up a couple weeks ago, I guess.
Really?
Yeah, they shut down production. Yeah.
Yeah, but they're still on, which is a shame, obviously. I mean, it happened on some other stuff too, but...
I didn't hear that.
What was the other show that a stunt guy died on?
There was just another one recently.
Yeah, it was.
Was it one of the Vancouver shows?
Was it Arrow?
Nah.
No, but I think it was one of the ones that films up in Vancouver.
It was something in Vancouver.
Yeah. I'll find it.
Yeah, that's a shame. But yeah, so Titans is coming, thank God. Also, thank the maker. Doom Patrol is confirmed for season 2.
I still haven't watched episode 1.
Oh, it's so good.
Dude, it's so good.
I haven't watched that. I haven't watched Swamp Thing because I'm so behind on content. I haven't been traveling, which kills my ability to watch stuff.
True. Doom Patrol was different.
Yeah.
Different. Swamp Thing.
I did see, the Doom Patrol episode of Titans introduced them, and so I liked that.
Show was great.
There was a gentleman on the set of the Fast and Furious 9.
That's what it was, which I think was up there, right?
2 days ago, yeah.
Another one?
It just happened 2 days ago.
Oh, because there was another Fast and Furious movie someone died on.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
That's not good.
No,
it's not good. It's a dangerous work stunt, guys. But anyways, yeah, so Doom Patrol is coming out season 2. All the cast is returning, which is great. You should watch it. It's really it's very different. It's very different.
Yeah.
Also, yeah, so watch that. Watch Swamp Thing. Sucks about Swamp Thing.
Are you up to date on Swamp Thing?
I didn't watch last week's yet.
That's one of the few that I'm actually staying up with. Yeah.
It's one of those things where it sucks because like every episode that takes by, I'm like, I'm one closer to the end. Yeah,
I got to be on episode 8 this week?
Yeah, so 2 more. That's a fucking great show.
Yeah, no spoilers.
They did a nice job with it.
I'll get to it.
So nice.
Big green mossy guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. That'd be the only reason I dipped down at Terrificon is because Derek Mears is going to be there.
That's right.
Yeah, Swamp Thing figure signed. Anyway. Okay, so also from DC. So you got Doom for that. Young Justice is getting a new season 4 of Young Justice. The cartoon.
They just did the season.
Still not at the DCI news I want. I'm waiting.
We'll get there.
I know.
So did you guys watch Young Justice, the originals, or season 3?
Oh, yeah.
Was season 3 good?
The originals, I did.
Season 3 is nuts.
I didn't watch season 3 yet.
It's super good.
I've been watching about 1 episode of the first season every 3 months. So I'm on the 3rd episode, yeah.
So, by the time you start collecting your pension.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
One thing about Young Justice,
next week.
I'll fight the point. I think that has the great, the biggest, emotional, curve any cartoon has ever had.
Wow.
Season 3?
The whole show in general, the ups and downs and the, oh my God, you get anxiety attacks watching that show because shit happens. You're like, what the fuck? It's supposed to be like a kid show, It's very easy to get emotionally invested in that show. Great show. So I'm glad that's coming back.
We'll keep watching.
Also on DC's end, and this is weird too, because this wasn't Warner Brothers wasn't there.
Yeah, I know.
So you didn't get a Wonder Woman trailer and all this stuff. This is all just the app, Jim Lee there and the friggin' the CW guys.
Although they said the booth for DC Warner Brothers was unbelievable.
Yeah, they had
a massive.
Yeah, they had the store back too. Like, yeah. So that's what they sent a bunch of merch to buy. So another thing they announced is this year is the last season of Arrow, and the big crossover
is going to be Crisis.
Is right? Crisis. Right. So one thing that snuck out for Comic-Con is that Brandon Routh was coming back to play Superman.
Right.
Like Superman and Superman Returns.
Did the whole reveal opening the shirt.
Yeah.
The whole thing.
Kingdom Come Superman.
But Routh has been Ray
Palmer.
Ray Palmer.
Who I don't think the Tomorrow Legends people are part of this crossover.
Really?
Because they weren't in the last one, were they?
Yeah, they have.
Yeah,
they've been part of it. They've been part of the crossover.
So maybe he's playing two characters then.
No, it has
but
to be.
But they haven't always brought all the characters.
Right, but
that's true.
But you've got a well-established multiverse in the Arrowverse.
Yep.
And you have Ray Palmer. So the only logical way, and they've already done some crossovers where they had, people playing different heroes in different universes. So
you can.
It seems unlikely that isn't Ray Palmer in a different universe happens to. I don't know. It seems weird.
I think it's Superman. I mean, I don't think they're.
He's definitely playing Superman.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to bring Ray into it. I think he's just going to be Superman.
He's Superman.
Because you need all the Supermen for Crisis.
For Crisis, you need all the slightly different Supermen.
I don't know Crisis in detail. I haven't read it. I'm not sure I've ever fully read it.
Lots of Supermen.
Okay.
All the Supermen.
So you already have two. You got the one that's the guy from Teen Wolf who's on Supergirl in this. And I mean, I'm sure Dean Cain's not doing anything. You could probably get another one there. Or God only knows.
There's been talk of Welling.
Yeah.
He's approached and he's willing to put on the tights for this.
Yep. So some other things that are confirmed. There's confirmed stuff and some rumored stuff for it. So confirmed. You have Kingdom Come older Superman. You need Kingdom Come older Wonder Woman, and they're bringing back Linda Carter.
Yep.
Oh, so good.
Which is amazing. Yep. Amazing. Athena almost did a freaking cartwheel when I showed her that.
Oh.
Also, hopefully not coming back as Robin because it just would be weird. Burt Ward's coming back.
He's coming back with his dogs and the dog food.
All 47 dogs. It's a great dog. My dogs love that dog food.
That's not confirmed, the dog part, right?
The dog food part? No, confirmed. My dogs love the dog food.
Anything's plausible.
So Burt Ward's coming back.
Batmutt.
Ooh, Batmutt.
No, Batmutt.
Batmutt.
Oh, Batmutt. Ooh.
I want the dog with the cape and the cowl.
Ooh.
I want Bat Cow then.
There we go. You're going to have Ship's going to come back. I mean, you're going to have...
Oh, yeah. Yep.
The full gambit of... Gamut. Sorry. I was getting into some X-Men news also. The full collection of all like the...
Wasn't that the Queen ship?
The
Queen's Gambit?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Down did the ship charge playing cards and throw them?
I don't think there were any Cajun guys on the ship.
Shame. So yeah, so you're going to have all the DC old-timey characters coming back, which is going to be awesome. Also rumors is that on one of these Infinite Earths that Diggle is actually John Stewart, Green Lantern.
They've been planting seeds.
That would work.
They have it. Or either that or like his father's name was Diggle's his mother's maiden, his mother's name and his father's name's Stewart. But Diggle's getting a Green Lantern ring.
Pulling him into Lantern, I mean, he's a great character that often feels a little underserved by the John Diggle role that he's been in.
Although
it's such a weird character.
Although they backfilled him into the comics as canon, which is kind of cool because he's so good at his job.
Cool.
That's a great character.
He's a good guy.
They marveled it?
Yeah, they
marveled it.
They marveled it. It's like the one thing they did. So it's going to be sad to see an Arrow end, although I think it's kind of time for it. It's kind of run out of steam. But
so with Arrow ending, do you think they're going to flip the script and it's
Ollie
that dies?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I guess he's going to go out. He's not going to go out like Samuel Jackson getting bit by a shark. He's going to go out like a fucking boss. I know he is. He just has to.
I mean, you have extra flashes that you could kill off. Doesn't necessarily have to be Barry.
No, it's true. Although they've also
you can't kill off Melissa.
They've also you
got to lose the two of them in Crisis.
They've also said that possibly next season might be the last season for Flash too.
They've already I got to think there's going to be a swerve because they've already kind of teased the Flash Supergirl dying, saving the world thing.
Yeah,
as part of the crossover last year, they already stole that from Crisis.
Yeah.
And had Ollie bail him out.
Yeah. So maybe it goes back. I
don't know.
We'll figure it out. But yeah, it's definitely, it's going to be anti-monitor and everything, which is a crazy character I never thought I'd ever see on TV of all things.
It worked better than I thought it was going to.
Yeah, it's crazy
He
stuff.
looked the part. Looked amazing.
Also in DC news, since you brought up Supergirl, she's getting a new suit.
Hey, and bangs.
Yeah, and bangs. They're taking away the skirt. They're throwing pants on her.
She got the full bodysuit going.
Really? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Dude, it looks ballin'.
It actually works.
It's really nice. Because it's not. It looks more like if you played the Injustice games, they did to Supergirl.
No, I didn't.
I know you didn't.
All right, let me look here.
It looks really good.
I gotta see it.
Athena saw it and immediately went, "How do I make one? How do you make?"
It looks like the female version of when they redid Superman's costume, like your textured,
like your Man of Steel one. Yeah,
exactly.
He does it.
I was trying to hold in the cough there, so that's why I was nodding. Which doesn't translate onto a podcast.
No.
Oh, wait. I had in my head that she was losing the skirt and the cape. Which obviously is wrong.
Cape.
Oh, it looks awesome.
Yeah, does it look fucking cool?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm totally sold.
Yeah, that's me meant.
My mental picture was like, that sounds like Captain Marvel.
Oh, yeah, no.
Yeah, cape.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah.
So
that looks fantastic.
Yeah, and keep that in mind. We're going to return to Melissa wearing pants in the second half of this episode. Teaser. Okay, so that's enough for DC, I think, right? I think did I cover your DC news?
Yeah, I think we're good.
What did you want? No.
Crisis.
Oh, you want to get into Crisis?
Yeah.
So did they cover, I know it's not DC, but did they cover Sandman at
No.
Comic-Con at all?
They didn't talk about it at all.
Nope.
That seems strange, given that.
But it was just announced.
Because there's no development done.
There's no writer's room. There's
one thing they did have, though, was the trailer for Watchmen.
I did see that. Yeah.
So,
as well.
As someone who loves I think we all love the book, right? We can say that.
Yep.
What did you guys think of the Watchmen movie? I think it's a work of art. I love it.
I loved it.
I liked them. It looks like it came right off the page.
Yeah.
There's
did
certain
you watch,
spots
you
where
watch the long cut that has the pirate stuff?
Yeah.
There's certain spots that you can pause that and match it up frame for frame.
Oh, yeah.
The fight scene in the comedian's apartment.
Yeah. I'm not sure how well it stands up as a, like, we might have talked about this at some point, if you watch it cold, how does that compare to reading
I don't
the
think
story?
If
you watch it cold, you're like, what is going on and why is there I saw it in the theater and with my buddy who doesn't read comics. He's like, oh, it looks kind of cool. Go see it, superheroes. It looks kind of dark and gritty.
No, unless you know the story.
And he came out, he's like, why did you make me watch an 85-foot tall blue fucking cock swinging back and forth on a screen?
Yeah.
Because everybody wants to see an 85-foot
little penis.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So,
I definitely loved it. I didn't read any of the before Watchmen books. I have them all, but I didn't read them.
Doomsday Clock stuff they were doing is nice.
I have not been reading that.
John's doing a nice job with
it.
Yeah.
So the show's coming out, and I was very excited for it.
And it's all post-Watchmen.
Way post, yeah. Yes. Like Ozymandias, I think, has like his 70th birthday or whatever.
Is Jeremy Irons playing Ozymandias?
He is.
I figured that was him, but that seems like a nice choice.
Mm-hmm.
And Jeremy Irons in anything is a nice choice.
Oh, yeah, true.
So,
yeah. But apparently not as Scar and Lion King.
Yeah, which I heard was like,
whatever.
But
Bernard and tore it apart.
Yes. After watching the trailer, I have no fucking clue what that show's about.
Yeah, but I kind of don't. Right. It all comes down to the general universe is one that's interesting.
You're going back and living in that world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you're living in a time period of the world, right? I mean, Dr. Manhattan exists, Ozymandias exists, but you've gone through the events
of the Watchmen.
And so that's fertile ground to do good things if you're good at writing and good at casting and producing.
Mm-hmm. It's like the cops wear masks.
Yeah. It looked like there's a resurgence of Rorschach cultists or something. Yes. And are they the cops? So. Or
I don't know. You don't really know watching.
Yeah.
And it looks like Nightwing might be in it too. Or Night Owl, I'm sorry.
Yeah, Night Owl.
Because you saw Archie.
And the ship.
Yeah, you saw Archie.
You saw the ship.
Mm-hmm.
It's Archie, right?
Yeah.
Merlin's owl.
Yep.
Oh, we'll see. I mean, they're HBO's hoping that that's going to kind of fill the Game of Thrones gap.
Yeah, that seems like
that's a stretch, but
yeah,
the broad appeal.
I think somebody might have wrote that. I don't think anybody in that boardroom is thinking.
Oh, probably not. No, but it's what it's being done as like their subscription saver. We'll call it. We'll see how that goes. I mean, whatever.
Turn it on for a month, stream it, shut it off.
Yeah.
Actually, they give it away now if you have AT&T.
Oh yeah, it's true. Another thing, the Cobra Kai season 3.
Right, I still haven't finished season 1. Yeah.
Oh really? Ooh.
We started it with the girls. The girls are no longer watching it with us. Right.
Season 2 ended with a what the fuck.
Yeah,
season 2. I'm not going to tell you, but season 2 was Like the last episode was like, holy shit. But then now season 3, he's going back. Daniel's going to Okinawa, like in Karate Kid 2.
Really?
Oh.
Yeah.
Breaking ice.
Everybody's rubbing their hands here.
Yes.
Looking weird.
They got those little drums when they go to Okinawa.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
For the fight scene against.
Yep, the drum punch.
Drum punch.
Yep, which did not work in the video game.
Punch.
No, not rum punch.
Rum.
So yeah, so I mean, give me season 3, 4, 5, 15 of Cobra Kai. Keep it coming.
All right.
Keep them coming.
Season 1, huh? Still haven't got through it.
Jen's not that into it.
Yeah.
God, once Heather started watching, she couldn't stop.
So I'm imagining we'll get there if we can watch it, but we're stuck on Billions thanks to you and Heather.
You're welcome.
And we'll be done with that.
To be fair, you should have
a few weeks. Yep. But we'll get there. Okay. It was really a little too much for the kids.
Yeah. Okay, so now let's get into the big ones. The TV portion of the Marvel panel.
Okay.
Okay.
This is gonna be
I definitely didn't. I saw some highlights and logos.
Yeah, this is gonna get fucking crazy. Okay, so first up is the they're doing the What If show.
Right, which sounds cool to me, though. I
so wish it was live action.
I know.
Oh wait, it's animated.
It's animated, yeah, but with movie talent voices.
Don't care.
They're using the voices, and they're already teasing Marvel zombies.
Already, yeah. Zombie Captain America. If you back of the logo.
Yeah, if you drill into the logo, there's Zombie Cap.
Some of the What If books were some of my.
I will. There's almost no chance I'll be watching that.
I'll cherry pick.
The Hall can attest. Like those are my jam. Those $8 and $10 What If books, the old ones.
Oh yeah,
I loved them as a kid.
What If Silver Surfer the Infinity Gauntlet was my favorite one. What If Wolverine killed the X-Men?
There
was
many.
a Punisher one, yeah. So I mean, I'll cherry pick through them, but you're gonna give it to me as part of my $7 a month content pack? Sure.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah.
I'll watch it.
Yeah.
Also, they didn't have any trailers or anything, but they did talk about the Patton Oswalt's doing the MODOK show. MODOK's getting a cartoon.
Is he the first actor to play 2 characters in the Marvel universe?
No.
Okay.
I don't think so. What else was he?
The clone in Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Oh, I didn't.
He's a funny character in it. Yeah.
I guess it depends on how you're defining.
Maybe.
When we get to part 2, we're going to be discussing that topic.
Okay. All right.
I think we have one that's hit 3 now.
Maybe. Yeah.
I think we have one that hit 3.
We do. S.H.I.E.L.D. is done after the season.
Okay.
They're giving one more to wrap it up correctly.
Yep.
Last one was kind of a mess.
So there's one more season? Okay.
This is the one coming up in the fall.
Yeah, I'm like 2 seasons.
I couldn't get into it.
I could not get into
it. I was like, oh, fuck yeah, S.H.I.E.L.D. show. I'm like, I don't want to watch this.
I enjoyed it for a while.
I enjoyed it.
The last season kind of lost me.
Yeah. Once they started bringing like the Inhuman shit into it, whatever.
That's about where I fell off it.
Yeah. So there's that. Also, the other Disney Plus shows. Loki will be spring 2021.
Yep.
Or spring 2020. No.
21. These are all pretty far off.
Yeah, they're all pretty far off. But all these Marvel shows, they confirm movie talent.
Yeah.
For shit that was announced a long time ago, they haven't started any of them. We have logos.
But that's smart because you're going to have people that are going to sign up for this shit and make, I got to get my thing going because Loki's coming out eventually.
Yeah.
And all these shows are going to release like DC does 1 week at a time. No binging.
Yeah.
And that's one thing Netflix really fucked up on. They got people used to like, here's all Stranger Things. When all these other stations like Discovery and Picard, all these other shows are like, oh, you have to wait every week.
I think you have room for. I think you have room for both. The Netflix approach is fundamentally different than the other streamers because Netflix traditionally has a much broader base of thing, and so they're not doing the anchor shows or we have these 6 shows. They are watch what you want when you want, and we do have these things you can binge.
Yeah, they should start though because they don't need fucking money and they're running out of shows. Yeah. Like with Game of Thrones, they pegged it where it's like if you're gonna sign up just for Game of Thrones, we're getting 3 months out of you. And they did it the right way. So they got their you paid your $45 or whatever. So so Loki's coming out, like I said, Tom Hiddleston. It's gonna be, we're assuming everyone's seen Endgame at this point in time.
Yeah,
it's gonna be the alternate timeline when Loki escapes out with the Tesseract.
Picking up when he leaves Stark Tower or Avengers Tower.
Yep. So it's after Avengers. It's after Endgame. Before I don't know. It's off. It's probably not gonna be canon. I don't think it's make its own like little like it's almost like a what.
It's almost like a what if, yeah.
Which is awesome.
I mean, he's so great as that role that it sounds fantastic, no matter what it is.
No, he's amazing.
And I'm sure he'll get plenty of people watching it. What about, well, you keep telling me.
So Hawkeye's been confirmed.
Right.
It's going to be
They're doing a standalone show for Hawkeye?
So wait, it's no longer Falcon Hawkeye or
No,
is that
never
Falcon Winter Soldier?
Falcon Winter Soldier. We'll get there.
Okay.
This one's Hawkeye. It's going to be Renner passing the mantle off to Kate Bishop.
Okay. I don't know Kate Bishop.
When they did
Have we seen her in...
Not in the MCU.
No, you haven't seen her yet.
In the books, she was like a young Avenger. New S.H.I.E.L.D. recruit, took over the Hawkeye moniker.
Okay.
Is way fucking better than Quinn Barton.
Okay.
She's a wicked cool character. She's awesome. So
okay.
I'm sure she's got, if you want to read about her, I'm sure she's got 17,000.
Green Arrow is
so Arrow goes away.
Purple
and
Arrow is,
Arrow.
yeah, okay.
Purple Arrow. Yes, Purple Arrow. WandaVision, which is the one I really don't care about, but that's coming. I don't know how they're going to do that, but...
Do you think they're going back to that little miniseries they had? There was a Vision in the Scarlet Witch series in the 80s?
That's when it became a thing, right?
Yeah. It was like this 4-issue miniseries.
I thought the 12-issue Vision series had them together.
The Vision family?
Yeah.
I don't know. I bought them and never read them.
Yeah, me too.
But I had the Vision family on the cover, so I figured 5 Visions or something.
Yeah. There we go.
I don't know.
And then the big one.
It could be just about every comic book.
Because like about 19 of them. I don't think I've ever read them.
I don't
know.
Yeah.
Big one is Falcon and Winter Soldier. So
Falcon is Cap?
Falcon will be Cap. He'll have the shield. So it's post-Endgame.
Right. But he's still going by Falcon.
Yeah.
So he's got shield and the wings?
Falcon with Cap Shield or Falcon Nomad Cap Shield?
Falcon, red, white, and blue Cap Shield.
OG?
Yep. I mean, I think in the books they called him Captain Falcon.
Because there was that incarnation of him and he still had the wings. He looked like Cap.
Yep.
But he had the shield on his arm that was more Nomad-esque.
Yes.
The pointy shield.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. I don't know. See how it goes. I mean, they could go either way. But the cool thing is, I think it's Daniel Bruhl is coming back as Baron Zemo.
Yeah.
And the picture actually came out online. Like the old school Baron Zemo costume and the headstock.
That's awesome.
Dude, I love that old Baron Zemo costume. He's a cool looking guy. So that one's gonna. Oh, and did I mention the John Wick guy's doing it. So we get some. Yeah. It's the director for John Wick is doing it, or at least he's like on the creative team or whatever. So
okay,
I think he's directing the first episode too. I think I read
maybe and he's like, so the fight scene's gonna be balling. So I think each of these are gonna be about. I think they said 6 episodes.
Mm-hmm.
Would it be over an hour each or something like that? So about,
okay.
So they're almost like making movies,
which is what they should.
They're making 2 movies basically for each one of these, which is cool. So, and I think there's one other thing from Marvel.
Another show?
Yeah. Was there one more? So there's Kevin Howard the Duck is still in. They're working on that. What if? Yeah, the 4 Marvel shows. There was one more thing.
All I can think about are the movies now.
Yeah, me too.
There's a lot of movies that came out of that panel.
There was. Oh, there's a couple other small TV notes that weren't related to Marvel we can go over real quick, I guess. Sorry, bring them up real quick.
Like last season of Supernatural kind of stuff?
Yeah, Supernatural's ending.
Were you guys Supernatural fans?
Never saw it.
No, but I know people out there love it. So
yeah.
Oh, it's a religion for some people.
Oh, definitely. There was one other TV show.
I think I've seen a few episodes, but nothing...
Yeah. SpongeBob's hitting the 20-year mark. No one cares because the show's stupid.
He was in a pineapple under the sea.
I've heard that.
Jen just texted me and asked me if we were talking about Disney.
What part of Disney should... Well, we take requests, Jen.
Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah.
Yes, actually, we are.
Yeah.
Well, actually, yes, since Disney is everything, you're right.
Disney Disney owns all of it.
Hi, honey. She just finished listening to the last episode.
Oh, okay.
That's why.
Okay.
You're
not supposed to listen.
Yes.
Yeah. Don't listen to this.
So they're doing I guess it's more of a movie, but they're doing they're doing animated for Superman Red Sun.
Okay.
Oh,
which was a fucking awesome story.
Mm-hmm.
Rated R.
Haven't they been? I'm kind of behind on Supergirl, but they've been teasing kind of a Red Sun Supergirl. Yeah.
Oh, they had a full trailer for Batwoman. Batwoman's starting in the fall.
Oh,
they did.
I didn't see the trailer.
She looks amazing.
It's starting
she looks
in a few
amazing.
weeks,
The show
right?
comes like trash.
Yeah.
The show looks horrible.
Really?
She looks good. But
go back and watch some of those first season of Arrow.
Oh yeah, no. This one looks just even like more of a stretch for me to be able to handle. But
I'll watch it.
Yeah. So will I.
We'll see.
It's got a person in a bat costume. I'm in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And a girl from John Wick.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. Yeah, you get the John Wick angle.
I think she's going to play that John character. Ankle? So
yeah.
Random aside.
Yes.
Heather and I are in the Newark airport yesterday on our way home, having something quick for dinner. I look over her shoulder, and this random surfer dude, big ponytail and everything, simply wearing a black hat that says Keanu Reeves across the front for no apparent reason.
That is amazing.
I don't know if he was channeling
that's
Point
a choice. Yeah.
He looked like Swayze wearing the Keanu hat.
That's awesome.
That's all. There's really nothing else to the story. I've never seen somebody.
Excellent. Oh, here we go. So the Orville season 3 is getting moved exclusively to Hulu.
But it's being moved, yeah.
I still haven't watched Orville.
It's good.
That's what I've heard. I did watch on some of my travels the last few minutes. I did watch some more Black Mirror. I did finally watch the USS Callister episode of Black Mirror, which is like season 4, episode 1, which is awesome. Like awesome. Actually, every Black Mirror episode I've seen, I love.
I've enjoyed every one.
Yeah. I just watched one that was about people who exist in a universe where they follow dating coaches and they meet up, and then this electronic coach app tells them the expiration date of their relationship, and they stay. And so sometimes it's 12 hours, sometimes it's 9 months, and they
so at 12 hours are they happy?
It's not about happiness. It's a coach. It's a coach app, and so everybody kind of lives in this resort and follows it, and it's supposedly learning their likes and dislikes, and the ultimate, at some point they end up with some pairing day where they will be mated with their ultimate mate. So it becomes a Fox
reality show. Or on Temptation Island.
It was pretty cool. I really like the way they play with current technological challenges or near future stuff, and then take it to it was really good.
So before you jump off the Orville, Disney property going to another Disney.
Yeah.
Hulu is supposed to be the edgier of the two streaming services now, right? They're keeping more of the family content on Disney Plus.
Correct.
Yeah.
Does this mean they're going to give Seth freer reign now that he's not on network?
That'd be fucking amazing if they give him like a longer leash.
Just let him go.
What's he moving off of?
Fox.
Off of Fox.
And moving it to Hulu.
To Hulu. Exclusively
that would be
on
nice,
Hulu.
Because we could use some R-rated sci-fi.
Exactly.
It'd be great. That show, I mean...
Yeah. You got some talent on there.
Little stuff like, there's like the one character, he's just a gelatinous glob, and it's Norm Macdonald. So it's got like that dry pan delivery and everything. And it's not like a character. It's just Norm, but he's a blob. It's kind of cool.
You have any more TV?
Any what?
You have any more TV news?
I do two couple more quick things.
Okay. I got one if you don't touch on it.
Okay.
Go.
Archer season 11 is coming back.
What season 11?
Archer.
Season 11. Okay.
So the last many years, he's been kind of like in a coma. So it's been like Archer Island and Archer in Space and all this weird shit. He's finally kind of going to wake up now.
Okay.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that show is an all-timer.
Time travel and comas are the two best.
I've only seen the first season of it, but I always like it.
It's a great character.
I love it.
Also, one thing I missed on when we were talking about Supergirl's new costume is that if you saw the trailer for season 5, John Cryer's Lex Luthor is getting his Super Friends green and purple armor.
That's awesome.
Really?
He armors up in the trailer, and I was like, holy shit, the Lex Luthor armor.
Oh.
Back when I was a kid, you go get toys of Lex Luthor in the armor. So that was kind of cool.
Yeah, yeah.
Otherwise,
superpowers.
Just a bald dude.
Yeah, he had no power. Yeah, just bald dude. So like I said, Shield's ending, and then also Dark Crystal's coming to Netflix.
Yeah.
And cool thing is it's funny. I didn't even know they were talking about it, and I was like, that's fucking nuts. The guy who is the executive producer on Dark Crystal is the baby from Labyrinth.
That's pretty
I just
wild.
read that.
Isn't that fucking nuts?
I just read that today. That blew my mind.
That is a very
crazy.
Strange linkage.
Isn't it? That's cool, though.
Yeah.
It's a way to link. And also, no one cares besides me. DuckTales Season 2 is bringing Darkwing Duck into it. So.
Don't care.
You should. Darkwing Duck's coming back.
Such a dick.
He gets dangerous.
Hey.
You should be nicer. You know that?
There's plenty of content that I haven't watched but plan to.
That's not on the list. What an ass. So, one last thing hasn't been officially confirmed but dropped during Comic-Con. And I think you and I may have been texting back and forth about it. Netflix is close to signing Eddie Murphy.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
For 2 comedy specials.
I thought it was 70. Confirmed.
I think it's close. They haven't announced yet, but it pretty much hit every news outlet. 70 million for 2 comedy specials.
That was 3.
Is it 3?
I think it might be 3.
Okay.
Don't care.
But here's the fun part. What's Chris going to pay for a ticket to one of those fucking things?
All the monies.
Oh, yeah.
All the money.
He's going to sell the cigarette machine
Oh,
to fucking
my
pay for the
God.
Eddie Murphy ticket.
No, he won't.
No. I'd tell the kid before the cigarette machine. No, that...
Sorry, Harley, bye.
Anybody... You're a little bit younger, so Sean and I were growing up when Eddie Murphy had theatrical releases
of
that you were having to get older people to get you into.
We've talked about...
I never saw him in the theater. I only saw him on VHS.
I saw them both for the age of 12.
Anybody you consider a big comedian now, it paled in comparison to the shit that Eddie was doing back then.
Yeah.
And then he just walked away.
I just remember Put the Boogie in Your Butt. That stupid song was on my cassette player for...
Oh, come on. Don't forget Party
All the Time.
That was later, and that was a serious song that was...
No, it was not. My girl want to
Oh, wait, that
party
one.
all the time.
What's the other one that he did?
He did better singing in other people's voices.
Yeah, but no, he did
James
release
Brown.
an actual...
Hot Tub Party.
Twice, 3 times a waited.
3 times a matey.
Nice.
Oh, it's so
I'm excited about that.
It's
that'll
to see him back on stage again.
I'm just interested to see, given that the last time we had comedy specials for him, he could not do most of those routines now.
No, he couldn't do a lot of them.
Right. And so I'm interested to see what he does, why.
But when he was doing it, it was very topical to the time.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. But that's what makes it interesting. That much absence and such cultural shifts and media shifts and technological shifts. There's so much interesting things for him with his level of profile to hit on.
It'll be fascinating to see. He's the one guy that actually killed all 3 mediums, and then it's almost like he got bored.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
I'm going to go do Disney movies.
He rescued Saturday Night Live from the brink of extinction. He had the stand-ups.
By himself, he had the stand-up. He moved into
40
movies.
Hours, Coming to America.
Beverly Hills Cop was massive.
Yeah.
Massive.
He just had so much money.
And that's not even counting the fucking Shrek money.
Yeah, and Norm said it wasn't even the money thing. Eddie was the best comedian out there, and he didn't need it.
Yeah.
The rest of them are broken.
Oh, yeah.
They need that affirmation. They need something. And I don't know if it was on Twitter or an interview that might have been him and Stern when they were talking about it. And Norm Macdonald said, he's like, Eddie could kill just rolling out of bed in the morning, and he didn't care.
Yeah.
It was something for him to do. He was just that good at it. So I'm dying to see those.
Yeah, I'm in.
One thing I forgot to mention is we've talked about the Disney Plus stuff is that Mandalorian actually has a release date. It's going to be like the second week in November.
Yeah, can't wait for that.
So that's going to be great.
So they're launching that pretty much
with the app. It's going to be week to week also.
So that implies they're, kind of rocking the production of that if they're going to start dropping
it's
it.
Going to be so good. It's going to be so good.
Yeah, can't. This is our first live action Star Wars television universe stuff, right?
It depends.
Star Wars holiday special and the Ewok shit.
Ewok Adventures.
Ewok Adventures, yeah, I guess. Yeah.
I mean series.
Series, definitely.
We'll give it to you. Yeah, we'll give it to you.
Definitely. Not the last either.
Yeah, what are the other...
They're going to play in that world.
Did they announce any other specific series?
Not officially, but there's a bunch of stuff in the works.
All right, yeah.
Give me all of it.
I can't wait for it.
Put it in my veins.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so movie stuff. So as we said before, this was like Comic-Con 50th, big 50th anniversary. You couldn't tell because it wasn't this grand affair. A lot of people backed out.
Well, it's clearly, at least from the outside world perspective, it's MediaCon.
Exactly.
That's all it's turned into.
That's all it is. It's like a trade show.
Which is really...
Toys and TV and movies and...
They should change its name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
New trademarks.
Whatever.
They have proximity to Hollywood.
Yeah.
So there are a couple movies that weren't there. So one thing that I'm a little upset about was that they did not bring... Warner Brothers didn't show up with the Wonder Woman 84 trailer.
Right. That is a little strange.
It is
You're
strange.
talking release next November?
July.
Or next
I think
July?
it's 4th of July weekend next year.
It was going to be this November, and then they pushed it.
They pushed it to July. They want,
push,
Well, it might be too early for them to cut a meaningful teaser.
Maybe. It's done.
Or
no,
movie's done.
The movie was done months ago.
Yeah.
They're waiting a year to release it? That seems strange.
They wanted summer dollars. They didn't want to have it out with what comes out in November this year. It would just
something at the beginning of November.
It's a fucking Disney movie, isn't it?
I have no idea.
Everything's
a Disney
movie. Just which banner is it falling under?
There's something, but it's like, it would have been a couple weeks for Star Wars.
Okay.
And that's, no one wants to fucking tangle with that dragon, so.
No, not episode 9.
No. Mm-hmm. So I'm kind of bummed that wasn't there. There's some other things we'll talk about in a minute too that I was kind of bummed wasn't there, but anyway.
Okay.
One thing we did come out of Comic-Con was, this is the quickest one, is that the Spawn movie that McFarlane's making.
Yeah.
Still going to make it.
This was interesting.
Yeah, still making it, plan to. Still having Jamie Foxx attached to star.
Really?
Just one slight problem.
One slight problem. He wants to kickstart it. Because he doesn't want to take money from any studios because he wants to do whatever the fuck he wants because he's Todd McFarlane.
Okay. Why doesn't he just fund it all himself?
Wasn't there an agreement in place with Blumhouse?
I thought there was.
Yeah.
I
thought that was announced day one. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think there was a small falling out. So he wants 20 million people to give him $1 so he can make his movie.
That's not going to happen.
No.
You can get
10 million to give him $2.
$5 million to give him $4.
Yeah, I could do that. I'll give him $4.
Kev could do it for $5 if you needed to do something like that. He talked about it before.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll give him $5.
I won't because I don't care about Spawn. That could be changed, but...
I'll give him $5 for you.
Okay.
On behalf of Sean Hogarty.
Sure.
So, Todd,
nice of you.
go ahead and hit us up. We'll mail you a check for $15.
Just bring it to him.
send
He's
our
coming
best
to
Jamie.
Boston.
That's true.
He's the,
That would
They
actually
just
be kind of
announced
funny.
him as-
Put this on your Kickstarter, Todd.
Should I go ahead and here's $3 of our dollars?
There you go.
Just bring him a fucking bowl up on his table. Make my movie.
I want my name first.
Yeah.
Also, they brought some footage, or not like footage, more like a featurette for Terminator, the new Terminator movie.
Oh, yeah.
We've hit on this a couple times in the past.
I remember seeing the trailer we talked about.
I'm in. You brought her back.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the other thing too is they
You brought
announced
Linda back.
Edward Furlong's back as John Connor.
Really?
I'm kind of
That's
in just
new.
for that.
For a half second when he was stumbling over the name, I couldn't get Edward Scissorhands out of my hand.
Ooh, that's even a
I was just
better
thinking
movie.
Johnny Depp coming
There
down.
we go. That's a better movie. So yeah, let's crop that out. We're gonna put Edward Scissorhands in the Terminator movie as John
So she's
Connor.
just shooting scissors off his fingers.
No, he's trimming all the hedges.
Just in the background?
T800s. Yeah.
Right.
Just give me a shot of him in the background as
Assholes.
He gets.
Hey, Johnny needs work. He's
They make a new
Amber.
Terminator out of a waterbed, and Edward Scissorhands trips and he. Okay.
That was not worth the effort to listen to.
Okay. So Furlong's back as John Connor. I'll go see it.
Wasn't he in rehab? Wasn't he like a train wreck for a while
They
there?
probably had to wheel him out of. I think he still is.
Like jail time, the whole thing, like homeless.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, and both.
Maybe it sounds good.
The other thing too is because they're bringing him back, and because not to be negative, because that's not really my thing, but he is such a mess. Makes me think that John Connor lights it
die
pretty quick in this movie,
That's
and it
a great
changes
idea.
the course of history, which is why this little girl comes in, etc.
They're bringing him back as cannon fodder.
Like, does he
Poor
OD
kid
or
got
something?
Poor kid got out of rehab for this.
Well, I mean, he's going to have to die at close to his current actual age and current actual wear, which means he has to die in a timeline that is, is he approximately the age he would have been when he sent Michael Biehn back
that would have been
to
90,
protect his mom?
He was like, what, 14, 12,
14.
13, 14, somewhere in 90. When did Guns N' Roses break up?
I say 95, 96.
Yeah, it was midnight, maybe 94.
All right, so we're 30,
90, 93, 94, somewhere in there.
So 25, 30.
24, so he'd be 38.
Yeah, so he'd be,
yeah, plausible.
It's close enough.
It's plausible.
All right, so I wonder if
enough.
he's right. So that puts us in the time frame with Michael Biehn sending him back. Yeah. At which point they could plausibly try to tie in something about that timeline.
Judgment Day was 91.
Holy shit, I'm old.
Yeah. Yep.
That makes sense because GNR broke up in 92, I think.
Yeah.
Crazy. Well, I mean, the only thing is, like, I'm still not sure. Like I said, no one knows what the little girl is about. The new female character, like, who says she's not a Terminator, is she a Terminator? Is she's
at least part Terminator.
She's a convergence point between humans and cyborg.
What was the one? Wasn't there one with, like, Jack Courtney or something when he didn't know he was a Terminator? Was that the Christian Bale one?
No, he was. I thought he was John Connor.
What?
No, Christian Bale was John Connor.
Was that the Bale movie?
Yeah.
But wasn't that wasn't like Jai Courtney in there, and he was like a Terminator, like Marcus, but he didn't know he was a Terminator kind of thing?
All I remember about that movie is that was the one that Bale had the meltdown on set.
Yeah. Good for
that
you.
video lasted forever.
Yeah.
No.
Don't blow the mic.
So we've talked about it a couple times before. I think Terminator's kind of beyond saving, but we'll see.
Yeah,
that kid Tim Miller doing it.
They'll get me. They'll get me
for Linda back.
Yeah.
I want to know how the Terminator acclimates to go live in a cabin in the woods.
I want to know how he ages.
I have.
Right.
They said that they've said before. Like I think it was like in 2. Is that the synthetic?
Yeah, the
coating, the skin. It's aging tissue.
Okay.
They closed that loophole a long time ago.
Okay, great. So
the timeline's a mess, but
so at the end of Terminator 2. Edward Furlong still existed, but Arnold Terminator melted in the
one of the
metal.
Terminators. Yeah.
One of them, right. The rest of the movies didn't happen. So we have to end up, if we're going to get an older Edward Furlong and we're going to get an older Terminator 2, then we need a Arnie model to come back contemporaneous to his melting to guard John Connor until Arnie's old and John's old.
This thing? Really?
Yeah. Well, I'm trying to line up the aging.
I have such
a John's
headache right now.
I mean,
yeah.
I want to eat a bowl right now. This is horrible. So we'll see how they so yeah.
He's living in the woods in the cabin that like Johnny Depp was in Secret Room.
I think it looks like the exact same one.
He's up there somewhere.
It looks like Ron Swanson's cabin from Parks and Rec.
We have been watching Parks and Rec. I've been loving that.
Great show.
Yeah.
So we'll see how Terminator goes. Another thing that they had a big display for it. They dropped the trailer for the full trailer for It Chapter 2.
Oh.
Looks scary as fuck.
I need to watch
arcing ropes.
Fucking terrifying.
Oh my God. The first one isn't, it's a psychological, it's just a mind fuck.
Mm-hmm.
It's not outwardly scary. It doesn't have the gore factor. All the good stuff's in 2.
Yeah. I mean,
it looks amazing.
They got Bill Hader, so they got my money. I love Bill Hader.
It looks amazing.
Yeah. That should be good. So I said, looks super
add it
creepy.
to your homework list.
I have to watch It the movie before I can watch It 2 the trailer.
And it's going to be all over the place because the first It blew up. You had Pennywise toys and thermoses and shit everywhere. It's fucking the merch is
16
insane.
different pops. I do like the I Love Derry. That's a nice touch with the balloon.
Oh, with the balloon, yeah, I've seen that one.
It's pretty good.
So let's see. Another movie that they didn't have any information for other than the fact that it's being made is that the Russos are doing a movie based on the 1970s cartoon Battle of the Planets.
And I used to watch that.
Yeah, me too. I used to watch on reruns.
Yeah.
So that could be kind of cool.
I don't know if
I don't know. It's all about like I liken that to Guardians of the Galaxy, right?
I like it more to like
Voltron
almost. It's like
So. It's all about how you execute it.
Yeah. It's probably gonna be Battle of the Planets in name only.
Right. Is it gonna look like Speed Racer compared to the Speed Racer cartoon?
With the wingsuits.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see how it goes. So before we get into the behemoth that was Marvel, one thing that I was pleasantly surprised by was we got the trailer for Maverick, the Top Gun sequel.
I've watched that like 4 times through.
So I guess they actually took like the IMAX cameras and mounted them to the fucking fighter jets. So I mean, the scenery in this thing is going to be fucking
It took
gorgeous.
About 3 notes of the music hitting in.
Oh yeah, because as soon as the trailer starts, it's just like.
So I want to know if they're actually using Harold Faltermeyer for it because I love his stuff.
I mean, it's got the.
I mean that
wouldn't shock me
in the trailer.
I think it is.
Yeah. It's got the.
Can somebody explain to me though how Ed Harris looks like 135 and Tom Cruise looks younger than you?
Well,
Cruise looks like he's 35 years old.
Oh,
It's amazing.
Right. Insane.
But
it's
Ed
Harris is like 78 years old, isn't he?
His face is falling off.
Yeah,
I don't know what the hell's going on.
Tom Cruise looks an appropriate age. I'm interested to see how they still have him.
Is Tom Skerritt still alive?
The actor?
I think so.
Yeah. He's
might be in jail.
Well, they say it's like, I don't know what's with you. You should be a 2-star admiral.
Yeah.
You can't be promoted. You won't quit. You won't die.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of funny because it's like, it's not like Maverick's
Life's
this like
great mysteries, sir.
Yeah. It's not like Maverick's like this old, like retired guy coming back. No, it's Maverick just never fucking changed.
Tom Skerritt's 85 years old.
Jesus Christ.
So he probably looks younger.
Congratulations, Tom Skerritt.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I give it's just like Maverick's still like they can't get rid of him because he's still the best, even in his 50s. But he's just such a fucking asshole that he never did anything above.
That's not really how it works. So that's part of what I'm interested in seeing is exactly how they place him in the positions of doing that. I mean, I have a pretty good friend who's an F-18 test pilot who is a Navy captain now, which is a very pretty high rank. But I know what he does. I'm interested to see how they have Maverick in that situation.
Are you trying to tell me it's not all drinking and beach volleyball?
It's definitely not all drinking.
Bullshit.
There's a fair amount of it.
Your buddy who flies planes, has he lost that love and feeling?
I've never forced him to do that song with me, and he would probably hit me if I tried. No, he's a great dude. I have a couple fraternity brother ROTC buddies who
they still fly, huh?
Yeah, one as a general still flies 22s, and one as a captain flies.
Went right in from college.
Yeah, yeah. He was a year younger than me. Great dudes.
That's fucking.
Yeah.
Yeah, but even the movie
reminds me what rank and where I would be had I stayed in. Yeah. But yeah, so I'm
mine would have been somewhere around AWOL.
Yeah.
I mean, if we're being honest here.
Chris, wait. What do you mean there's
all
no
respect in the world to the people that do it.
What do you mean there's no caviar in the mess hall? I'm out of here. Fuck this.
Caviar. Came out of the
So like I say, even if the plot of the movie is kind of trash, the visuals, the eye candy, I think is going to be good enough.
I hadn't really thought about that. The original movie, one of the best parts of it was just literally was it Tony Scott, Tony or Ridley? Who shot that?
Tony Scott.
Or who directed that? Tony Scott. Just all the aerial footage, dogfighting and stuff, obviously fantastic. And that was without the technology we have today, right? The technology we have today, smaller, better cameras, the access that they probably fought for and established beforehand. I mean, just those shots of crews coming off the deck, launching on the carriers. Now, it's totally plausible that he did not do that, even though he did. I know he did. Yeah. But with today's technology,
you can mock that up.
They put him in a thing, green screen it, and do it. But he's clearly a backseater in a two-seat.
He can fly. He's like.
They're not letting. There's no way in hell he's taking an 18 off of a carrier.
No, I know that. I know what I'm saying, but he is a pilot and everything. Like he's nuts, but no, it's all crazy.
One of the things I'm interested in. Those are all F-18s. There's one shot where he's got like a spacesuit on and he's sitting in something.
Yeah, I saw that.
So I'm interested in knowing, the implication there is some kind of special, stealth or Black World like aircraft,
some kind of new plane that they want to replace.
Right. I mean, there's only a couple of production planes that have had spacesuits associated with them, and only one of them still flies, the U-2. And there's no way they're putting a Navy guy in a U-2. Plus, that's not sexy enough for a Top Gun movie, even though it's awesome. So, and it's not SR-71, so it's got to be some kind of cool, sexy, fake new plane. Yeah. So I want to see that. But then the last shot of the trailer after the title card goes up is an F-14. Those things, I don't think any of those are operational anymore.
So it's like his old plane from the old movie.
Decommissioned around the time the first one?
I don't remember the timeline, but I don't think we fly 14s and haven't for a while. So yeah, I'm all in for that movie. I love the shots of him. I don't know if that's him biking in Miramar again, but going down the runway. Yeah.
Taking the tarp off the bike.
Yeah. It's the same bike. He owns the bike.
Yeah,
he owns the bike. It's the same bike.
I've been down to Miramar, and it's
Yeah, so that looks good. That's gonna be a cool one.
I had one of the guys I used to work for was an F-14 pilot. In those days, he was a young. I must have been a lieutenant or something like that. He went through Top Gun.
So he
and for a while he was he had some kind of demo role where he'd go around to air show stuff, and it's clear that he had a very good time as a young officer in those days.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
Young single officer.
They were rock stars.
Yeah. His stories were pretty fun.
Thanks
to Top Gun.
17-year-old kids walk around that look like him.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, so let's get to the behemoth that was the Marvel panel. We covered all of the TV stuff, so let's get into the movies. Number 1 is the Eternals are coming. The Eternals are...
Oh, Eternals. I thought you said Turtles, dude.
Ooh, Turtles. That'd be amazing. The Eternals.
Can we have this cast in a Turtles movie? There is going to be a female turtle.
There is.
So I don't know jack about the Eternals, but I think I saw the cast list, and just an ensemble cast of these names in a comic book movie.
So I don't know a ton. So
spending a lot of money on that cast.
Yeah. So I know it was toward the later of the Jack Kirby years he created them. I read some stuff for it back in I think they were like old 80s books. I find it to be incredibly dull and not good at all.
So the Guardians comics before the movie.
At least the Guardians were a little bit interesting.
Yeah, the talking raccoon.
Yeah, and the guy with the giant mohawk and a bow and arrow. This doesn't
and a tree.
But I said, it's got Angelina Jolie. I'm not a big Angelina Jolie person, but it's got...
She's one of Disney's go-tos, though.
I know. I don't know why that most of it was fucking trash.
New one comes out in October?
Yeah, now all of a sudden she's a bad guy again. Now she's actually going to be molested. Fuck you, Disney. Anyway, so what's the guy's name? Like Nate, the guy who was just in Stuber from Silicon Valley?
Yes.
Najal.
Come on, Johnny.
Yes, him. Yeah. He's in it. So, like I said, I would have rather them done the Inhumans instead of wasting the Inhumans on TV. Because at least then you get Medusa and Lockjaw. You get the dog at least.
It's the lines between the TV rights and the movie rights.
It's weird.
And what they play and how they try to pull characters.
This one's going to be tough. However, one thing, I did a little bit of reading today on something. We didn't dip in the comic book news, but so they're launching the new X-Men series, the House of M stuff. And the way they're doing mutants now is they're changing the X-Men, I guess, from being mutants into being godlike characters. Kind of like the Eternals.
No, fuck that. No.
I don't know if they're changing. Basically, they're doing the Marvel thing where I think they're changing the book to make the X-Men easier to shoehorn into the MCU now. That's what it sounds like on the surface.
Can't you just create mutants off the snap?
No, seriously.
Or one of the snaps? Yeah. Or there's other ways to get there than to change the backstory.
I don't care. Either they don't suck or they suck.
Like I said, we'll see. I mean, obviously, once they finish it and the trailer comes out, it'll probably be great because everything they do is pretty good. It
delights me so much when we get that tiny little bit of neg out of Sean. I love that edge.
I'm not a huge fan of the Eternals. I'm not looking forward to that, but we'll see what happens.
They brought Salma Hayek back.
Oh, yeah, sure. I do love Salma Hayek.
Yeah, nothing wrong with Salma Hayek.
And she is still a smoke show. Okay, so also, Shang-Chi is getting a movie.
Okay.
He's like the master of Kung Fu.
Yeah.
And unlike the other Kung Fu Marvel character, he's not being played by a 95-pound white guy. They actually got an Asian guy to play the Asian guy.
That sounds good.
Great. I know Iron Fist is an Asian.
Yeah, I was going to say, Danny Rand was always blonde-haired blue.
No, I know, but still. One cool thing that came out of this is the bad guy for this movie is going to be the actual Mandarin.
Yeah, so, yeah, I'm interested. I'm in.
Yeah. So, I mean, I like karate movies, so that should be great.
Nice.
Next up is going to be the first horror movie.
Oh, I can't wait for this.
For the Marvel Universe.
Like hardcore.
Doctor Strange, The Multiverse of Madness.
Right. So I saw that title logo treatment, but I didn't know it was a horror movie or anything.
They said it's going to be, it's going to be a horror movie. They're bringing Wanda into it, so it's going to be him and Maximoff doing some
dark shit.
Interesting.
Some very 1970s looking acid trip shit Doctor Strange should be.
Is Benedict Wong going to be in it?
Yeah, picture some of those early Doctor Strange covers.
Yeah,
looks like they're pulling them right from that.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I love Benedict Cumberbatch and that movie and his role in the subsequent ones. I'm thinking somewhere halfway between a Marvel movie and like a Clive Barker movie. Ooh.
That's what I'm hoping for. So that should be cool.
Yeah.
See how that goes. Black Widow is going to be out in February next year.
Taskmaster.
Taskmaster's going to be the bad guy.
Did you see the production art?
Yeah.
I don't even know who Taskmaster is.
Do
we have to call a committee meeting to vote him off, or I don't know what the process is here.
Do you want to explain the original Taskmasters?
Oh God, what
you've probably
changed a couple times
before, and I've forgotten because I don't give a shit.
That's one of those first appearances that everybody seems to have a copy of.
Yeah,
I don't. Avenger.
It was a later on one.
The number, green background. It's just Taskmaster.
Yeah, he's got a sword and a shield.
Perez, right?
Huh?
That's a Perez creation, isn't it? He was drawing.
I think so. Yeah.
What tasks is he mastering?
He's
Making
good.
Sean care.
Yeah, he's a project manager for Hydra. So he's good at spreadsheets and clip art.
Now I'm interested.
No,
Good at time
sheets.
He's whip up quick PowerPoint.
He completes mundane office tasks. Yeah. Wait, I like this.
He's essentially
guy.
Milton.
This guy's got something going on. He's cool. He's got
He's a middle manager.
Yeah, he's got a skull mask and a hood.
Person.
But David Harbour, much to a lot of people's chagrin, is not actually. He's in the movie, but people thought he was going to play Ben Grimm. They're going to bring the Fantastic Four.
No,
he's not. But he is playing Red Guardian, who is Russian Captain America, basically.
Interesting.
He's the Russian ripoff of the Super Soldier program.
So he's getting rid of that dad bod from Stranger Things.
Oh yeah, he's going back to the Hellboy body. So that's cool. I mean, that should be a pretty good movie. It's not going to make $1 billion, but it should be good. I like the character.
He's going to get typecast as a red guy.
Well, what's funny is if you watch Stranger Things Season 3, he's playing a character named Alexi. If you have seen Stranger Things Season 3, that's
the same.
Oh.
Yeah.
If you haven't, you have no idea, but you will one day know when you watch it.
I'll see it at some point.
They also confirmed that you have Black Panther 2 and Captain Marvel 2 coming, but they really said nothing about it other than that, oh yeah, we're making them.
Okay.
Yeah, they stayed kind of away from anything out of the last 2 years. Next 2 years.
Yeah, they also confirmed Fantastic Four is coming.
Really?
Was it in so many words or more kind of backhanded?
It was kind of, well, they had the graphic up on the screen.
Yeah, they threw it up, but
I think you're going to hear more about that at D23 next month.
Oh, that
you got to
save
save some. I mean,
yeah.
So is this? I mean, they've been doing D23 since well into the Disney Marvel era.
They've been slowly feeding more and more information.
Yeah, they really should cut over to that. It'll make Comic-Con
They did last year.
Yeah.
Marvel didn't have a presence at Comic-Con last year for the first time in a long time.
Yeah, they did, yeah. One thing that they did at the end of the panel, which was pretty crazy. So they did have a mic drop moment. You saw the Luke Cage show, right?
Yeah.
The guy who played Cottonmouth in Luke Cage, Mahershala Ali.
Oh, yeah. Blade's
coming back.
What the hell?
Fucking Blade's coming back.
Has he played 3 characters in the MCU?
Yes.
So
he's got Cottonmouth, he's going to be Blade. Who's the middle one? I can't.
He was, I know it's on the top of my head. Hold on a second. I got to IMDb it now.
I can picture the website that I saw it on with the 3 pictures next to each other.
Yeah. He was, hold on.
What's his name? Mashrasha?
Yeah, I got it.
Mashrala?
He's going to be your first,
Yeah.
No, I don't.
He was excellent as Cottonmouth.
I loved him in House of Cards.
Mm-hmm.
He's a great actor.
Yeah.
And as soon as I saw his name in association with Blade...
Wasn't he on The Wire, too?
I don't think so. Was he?
He may have
I just assume.
Wire, yeah.
Yeah.
He may have.
Stupid white guy thing. I assume every good black actor was on The Wire because they all were.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, he might have been.
I mean, I'm not wrong. I mean, they were.
No, I think
he would have been a lot younger.
He was Prowler in Spider-Verse.
That's right, Into the Spider-Verse. He was the voice of.
That's a little bit of a cheat.
It counts.
Animated. It counts, sure.
And he was in that Attila movie, the Battle Angel movie.
Oh, Alita.
Alita.
Yes, he played the big bat. Well,
yeah.
I haven't watched that.
Cool.
He played the face piece of the big bat.
Yeah.
But that's and so this movie is going to be in the MCU.
Yep.
Yes.
And so great choice.
Which is cool too, because now that you're getting the stuff from Sony, which weird, Sony didn't have a trailer for it either, but they have that Morbius movie coming out next.
Yeah.
So you can do Blade versus Morbius.
Yeah. So you're going back to House of Dracula. You could do that.
Basically, yeah.
Basically those storylines, yeah.
So my favorite thing to come out of the Marvel panel was Blade. not gonna lie, I love the Blade movies, I love the character. So
Feige is such a prick too. He's such a cocky bastard. He throws it in as an offhanded comment. Oh yeah,
it's like, hey, remember this guy? He's in that other show. Hey, and then a hat. He puts a hat on just his Blade, and then you go fucking dark.
They shut the lights.
Nice.
And the logo just kind of turned in from the black screen. It was a nice touch.
It's like they asked him, "Hey, you want to be Blade?" Oh yeah, I'll be Blade. Okay, go hold this hat for a minute. Come out on the stage.
They said he called Marvel.
Yeah.
Blade wasn't on the schedule, and after he won the Oscar.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, I've always wanted to. Like,
they're
all
like,
right.
Oscar winner, yeah.
Greenlit. It's
okay, you can have it.
Yep.
So, yeah. So, hopefully we'll get more about Fantastic Four at D23. But there was one other movie that stuff came out that had a panel at Comic-Con. What was it? I forget. I wasn't paying attention.
Simple Life of Pets 2?
No, was it that one? Was it Weekend
Brian
at Bernie's 3? So, the trailer for Jay and Silent Bob Reboot came out finally.
Yeah, on Thursday.
On Thursday.
Right at the beginning.
Right,
yep.
East Coast before the con started.
Yeah. Kevin was like, I heard Top Gun had a trailer. I was like, fuck this. I'm getting mine out first. Yeah. It's done very well as far as, the marketing people are concerned. There's millions of views on it, which is good.
Yeah.
In the grand scheme of things.
Which three of us probably account for 250,000.
I've watched it several times.
I've watched it about 5.
Not quite as much as our friend
Brian Stoner.
Stoner has watched it 112,346 times.
Yeah. I did actually.
Oh, I just finished again. 347.
Yeah,
exactly. I did download a copy so I could pull it up in
so you can bring it in the bathroom with
editing software so I could go through it frame by frame to look for my friends. I was only able to cleanly, definitely identify
Jen.
I found
Kaminsky.
Jen, and I think you see a bit of Evie.
Yeah.
I did really.
I think you flashed like Evie's green.
Yeah.
Silent Bob skirt.
I think I saw in the scene where you can see Jen, I think I see my shoulder.
The flash of yellow in the back.
The flash of yellow to the left of her. But we're in the back.
Zigzagging.
Zigzagging back.
I saw, I know Chris Norris. I know he's in the Cockknocker scene.
Mm-hmm.
And then Matt Westphal is right behind Q.
Oh, okay.
That's his face right there.
Yeah.
And then I think I can kind of see an outline of Sadie in the Q scene because I know she was back on that side.
Oh, maybe, yeah.
Okay.
But we'll have to watch the movie. But I know there's one thing I get excited about was there's a scene with Dan Fogler. Dan Fogler.
Fogarty?
Yeah, Dan Fogler. No, Dan Fogler, the guy from Fantastic Beasts.
Yes.
Name, right?
Yeah.
So when his face gets bounced off the counter.
Oh, right. Yeah.
That's the scene I'm in. So I'm basically the kid who's at the table. I come in. Then he comes in and the whole thing happens. So
they couldn't do that to the pie fucker?
No. They're just in that one part when they're up on the thing.
That's it. They wheeled him in for the 2-second shot.
Kevin's Hall H panel covered a lot of ground, obviously about Reboot.
Yeah.
But I did like, he talked about a lot of different stuff, seemed to be energized. I'm interested. The trailer seems to have gotten traffic, and I'm sure we'll be talking about it plenty. It didn't come with a solid theatrical release date. Clearly, this movie is going to get into the theaters in an unusual way.
Very unconventional.
Yeah, so I'm really interested in the coming year to see how that happens, what it means for profitability, what it means for the future of these characters, things like that.
So I know if you are in our local area, if you are in Massachusetts, especially central Massachusetts, which I know a lot of people are, there's the Fathom event showing on the 15th of October.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to AMC Framingham. So if you want to come out to AMC Framingham for the 7 o'clock show,
come on out.
Do a little meetup ahead of time and we can all have a drink, take some pictures. It'd be fun,
Yeah. We should probably drop actually a little mini teaser.
DJ will even dress like Kev for you?
We should, yeah.
Because, I hadn't thought about that.
There are some the whole back of the theater is basically bought out.
Yeah.
But I'll send the link out too. Yeah. That'd be fun.
That'd be a good time.
We could just do a dinner after too, or something with drinks or something.
They are also doing.
It is a school night, Sean.
Yeah, that's true. Damn it.
Yeah, he'll be fine.
So 2 out of 3 of us will be there.
There's also gonna be one at the Regal right down the street from the South Pond Mall, and I think Millbury's having one too.
Yeah.
Don't tell them where I live.
I do think those
you live in the South Pond Mall.
Not by then. You won't.
Gone by then. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be on the other side of the fucking mall.
The Fathom showings 15th, and then the double feature with Strike Back
17th.
Yeah. That's going to be nationwide. So
correct,
but
still
limited showings. Yeah.
Limited theater selection. Yeah. So. Yeah, single showings, which
that
is kind
of odd. 3 viewing of Reboot week. I hit all three of them.
If you make it.
If I do the Thursday night one, yeah.
Yeah.
You're doing the double feature as well?
I'm thinking about it.
Yeah.
I'm going to take my brother to go see it.
I'm thinking about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm already pot committed. I might as well.
That's true.
I won't go to AMCO. Go down the street.
Yeah, there
That's
you go.
true.
So then
maybe I should try to get a ticket to that.
There you go.
Yeah, and then they're doing a Reboot Roadshow. He's going to take the movie on tour with Q&As. The same thing. If anyone got tickets to the Boston show, we'll all be there for that one too. Let us know. We'll get together for that. That's going to be in November. And then it's going to get into the theater some way, shape, or form. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see.
The word is it's going to be put in theaters after the local.
Yeah. So he's treating it like an indie movie again, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah, very much so.
He's doing what he wants to do.
It's Red State, but with a partial theatrical.
And more dick jokes.
I'm just going to have to see it multiple times to try to find myself. And I know I'll be able to find you guys, but I want to find myself. It sounds
fat joke? What are you saying?
Yeah. I did. I heard that we should all actually be listed by name in the credits, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Planning on
that'll be a first for me, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I may be in like a Kickstarter section of some movie or other, but
it doesn't count.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's gonna be cool. So I'm very excited for that. So
nice.
Haven't seen the movie before, so it'd be different.
What was your reaction to the trailer? Not good or bad. I'm just saying, is there anything? Is there overall your general impression?
Good trailer.
I thought it was a fun trailer. I'm not sure it'll grab anybody that's not already a fan of one of the previous movies in Jay and Silent Bob.
That was my thought.
It's pretty specific to.
It's very much playing to the core.
Yeah. Which is not inconsistent
he needs
with
to remake $5 million. I mean,
which he's going to do. There's a lot of people though that I found out that are Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back people and only Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back people. Right. So you might grab a chunk of them.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll see. I enjoyed it. I liked learning some new things. I liked, this is kind of delving
little upset
into
about some of the reveals.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Should have held a couple of things back.
If you're not trying to sell it wide, which it doesn't seem like they are.
Yeah, at the same time, a couple of those reveals were good hooks for the week of Comic-Con.
That's true.
Particularly because unlike most other things at Comic-Con, the limited things that they are currently selling are soon, right? Those tickets are on sale now. So letting people know that they've got Affleck and Matt Damon.
That's the reason you saw the Affleck thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's an easy buzz focus for no additional marketing.
Yes, you're doing it to lead into the ticket sales for the tour.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that works
so,
then.
Speaking of the trailer.
Yes.
And what we thought of it. Let's go top 3 things from the Reboot trailer.
All right. So this wasn't as easy as I thought it might be because there's not a lot of independent parts, right? I mean, I enjoyed it, but my number 3 is seeing Brian Quinn asking a question at Comic-Con. Big Tell 'em Steve Dave fan, big View Askew fan, big Impractical Jokers fan, love Q. So I didn't expect to see that, and having his big face there wearing a Blunt Man hat.
Dressed like full Blunt Man,
Yeah, that was cool. And so that got me excited and was something I wasn't expecting to see.
Okay. My number 3 is it's kind of the whole theme of the trailer and the way you see the storyline building. Kevin joked about it for 2 years that it was essentially the same movie.
Oh yeah,
that he made. It's the same fucking movie.
Yeah.
I mean, they're older. Yeah. You brought in a handful of new characters.
Yeah.
Same line, same setup, same music.
It's completely different meta context though. Yeah. Right.
It is. You've fast forwarded 20 years,
this is
but
a completely different movie now.
And it was like the Lee scene.
Yes. Oh yeah.
Seeing Brody, I'm like,
yes.
Really?
Yeah.
We're going right back to, and now we cue the music.
Yeah.
Little things like that. I'm like, shit, he wasn't lying.
Yeah.
There's chunks of it he didn't try.
Yeah. But, well, keep going. Yeah.
So it's kind of like a play on mine. Like the whole fact that, for me, my number 3 was just the fact that it's here.
Yeah.
Like it's funny because like, even like we were in the movie. It's like, I wonder if this is actually going to make this freaking thing. You didn't do it. Didn't really click. Now here it is. It's coming. So, and like Chris said, all stuff like you have the J Tuck from Quirks 2, and you had,
he brought it
the
all back.
Brody stuff. The Brody stuff was key. And, we cued the, and if you follow Kevin on Twitter, stuff like that. So when Brody comes out, they're actually going to use a song from the Mallrat soundtrack for that scene too. So it's going to be like, just meta nostalgia bomb, just punching you in the nuts over and over again.
He got to go back to the well again. He always joked about the original, that it was a $30 million indie joke. I mean, he got to go play with his friends.
Yeah. And he has, that's, and good, like I said, it's not for everybody. It's mainly for like us.
It's the Kev's Not Dead
fans.
tour.
Exactly, basically. But, it's something about like, you gotta appreciate someone who like gets to fucking play around with their friends all the time for a living,
Yeah. He's not trying. I mean, I think as fans, we want it to get bigger because we want him to do more things.
Yeah. More things, yeah.
But you listen to where he doesn't need it.
No.
Right.
He's got so many projects going. If this thing makes a little bit of money, he gets to go play with his friends for a couple months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got to see it on screen again. And that's enough for him.
Yeah. And he had a lot of fun too.
Yeah.
I know that. Yeah. That's firsthand knowledge. He had a really good time and really enjoyed the process. So that was good.
Yeah. Well,
number 2.
So my number 2 is one of the actual reveals from the trailer of information I didn't know, the public didn't know, which is that Harley Quinn Smith plays Jay's daughter. And that was something I didn't. So the hook that, I knew that the three or four girls, the four girls, I knew that they were a focus of it. Obviously, saw them on set, saw them do some things, fell on my ass during one of those things.
Got knocked on
my ass. Thanks, Nate. But
just want to clarify.
And I hadn't really thought about it too much. I'm like, okay, it's about them. But that linkage, while obviously ties into things, and I'm not surprised that was something that you guys knew.
Some of those tumblers are falling into place.
Yeah.
Like why she was dressed like
but
his costume and stuff.
But I'm watching the trailer for the first time, and the door opens, and I don't know, the girl, the deaf girl does, where he's like, I think I'm going to need a blood test. And I literally thought that was supposed to be his daughter. So I actually got hooked and baited by that. And then, this is your daughter, Millennium Falcon.
I don't know where I'd heard it before.
Yeah.
Was it mentioned at the Boston Con when we first met?
No, it wasn't, because they hadn't got that far.
It was somewhere. I mean, he had the first draft of it. They were reading scenes, but it's been rewritten so many times.
Yeah.
But it's kind of a play on a running joke.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
They've always said that she looked more like Jay's kid than his.
No, as soon as they did it, I'm like, oh, that's actually perfect. And it makes sense of why there's justice there and all that stuff. So I did like that. Yeah.
Yeah, that one wasn't as much a surprise for me. But once again, it's the perils of being there when they make it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't know, other than the people showing up, there's going to be many surprises.
No.
In this thing. He talks too much. Yeah. He's been talking for the 2 years leading up to it.
The trailer for me had 0 surprises, actually.
Yeah. There wasn't much. My number 2 out of the trailer was the Iron Bob.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That didn't even occur to me.
No, right, because that was the entirety.
Yeah, I spent all day with Iron Bob. Yeah.
But it's interesting because Kev has now got to play a version of his favorite character from both.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
He had the Batman thing going on in the early run, and now he made himself an Iron Man costume.
Yeah.
He's got the whole thing.
Yeah.
And he always joked that if he could do anything other than Silent Bob, the next easiest job would be Tony Stark.
Because you're just you're facing in a HUD.
So when they gave that 2-second snippet of him with the screen in front, I'm like,
it looked
very,
it looked natural. The seeing,
but he looked more like Kevin in the helmet than he did Silent Bob.
Yeah.
Yes.
It was
because you don't see the hair or the hat.
You don't have the hair or the hat. You saw the short hair. I'm like, huh.
So is it Kevin in the costume?
Kevin's in the movie.
Yeah. Kevin's in the movie. Yeah.
What was the?
We were there when Kev was playing Kev. I mean,
you guys saw that.
That's
suit
potentially a spoiler, Chris.
No,
because they say
Kevin fucking Smith is directing the movie.
That doesn't mean that Kevin fucking Smith is
stop
in the movie.
Stop.
We're gonna need to talk too because I need to know. I know his left.
Stop.
His right arm is a stop sign. I need to know what the gauntlet is on the left-hand arm. So I need you guys to rack your brains and think about what that piece of metal was.
And I don't have pictures of it.
Well,
we didn't.
I won't.
I'll think about it.
Okay.
I saw it.
I know there were some people that
I looked at it all, but I didn't have a camera.
Go out to the group. There's people that snuck pics.
Yeah, I'll find out
when we were there that you're starting to slowly.
I already have the I already have the plans drawn out to make the helmet.
Yeah,
so, it's big.
Yeah. Good thing is you can make it all. I can make it out of like the whole thing to make it, including spray paint, is like $13.
Yeah,
so not bad.
Yep.
The helmet or the suit?
Just the helmet.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all you take over and work. I don't think I have time.
Chris's number 2 is Iron Bob.
Iron Bob. My number 2 is the new cameos, and it's not just ones that I didn't know about. It's the ones that to show that there's a little bit of reach outside his normal people. Yeah. So the fact that Val Kilmer's in it, and Melissa's in it. Which, granted, that's kind of
Melissa's unrecognizable though in the teeny little bit of the trailer she's there.
Yeah.
There's no way.
Melissa's very much in his sphere though.
It is, but I'm saying but she's not like a View Askew person. Yeah. You know what I mean?
No.
But even though I knew it was her,
part 2,
I could not recognize her in that little snippet of her as Chronic.
That Chronic suit is fucking fire.
Oh, yeah.
That thing is sick.
Oh yeah.
Like good. Helmsworth and stuff like that. And then also, I didn't know about Matt, so that was cool that Matt Damon's back.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
The fact that he might be Loki.
Looks like Loki. That's awesome.
Now, what was funny, there was rumblings about the Matt thing.
Yeah.
When we were down there talking to certain people. The Ben thing, even those closest to him, didn't know until they got back. Yeah. Nobody other than the people that were in that room knew that Ben was there.
But that was, of course, when we were all speculating, that was our hope. Or at least that was, certainly was mentioned by a lot of people. That was certainly my hope.
What was interesting is you and I were on our way down.
Yes.
When news broke of the interview and everything like that, which was taking place a few days before. So all this happened.
You're right. Yeah.
From like us getting on the plane to him popping down 2 days later. Yeah. 8 pages of script, the whole thing.
And when did they actually cancel our shoot day on the final day?
The week before.
So we knew when we went down.
So the interview took place, and it was like comicbook.com and all those started rechurning it. Because I think the movie dropped on Netflix that week. So they did a bunch of press the week before. It got back to them. Da-da-da.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah, it was like the end of the week before. Something like that. Got canceled.
All right. So my number 1 is, not a stretch, but all the scenes in the darkened theater when you see gunfire and you see Iron Bob, that's the first time that I saw, other than looking at the video monitors and stuff.
Which was fun.
Right. We were in the room. Chris and I were in the room. Mm-hmm. You were in the room for the Quinn stuff and the Con stuff, right? All that stuff. But to a certain extent, that stuff looks like what you saw there.
Mm-hmm.
Being in that dark room with all those lights and stuff and the awesome noises those lights made. Yeah, it sounded like owls because the room was not noisy at all. So seeing those scenes and knowing, I know where I am in those rooms. I just don't happen to be seen in those shots. That's cool, right? Seeing, I know I was there. I've never experienced that. You
selfish prick.
Yeah.
Is that your number 1?
No.
Yeah. No, that's just, that's cool, right? I can't wait to see how that cuts together because we know how damn long it took just for that one day and all the pieces they took on stuff that's only going to be there for fractions of a second at a time.
Oh my God, the same set over
and over. Yeah.
I did mine about fucking 18 times, which we'll get to. So.
Yeah, we just sat in those seats and it's the same reaction shot.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure Will and I are dating now. Pretty close in that scene.
I think Will was sitting on me in one of the scenes multiple times.
I know he pulled me onto him. Is he cheating?
Yeah.
Son of a bitch.
I was listening on the way over here. I was listening to the latest episode, or the latest episode of Netheads, which was a couple weeks ago, and he said something about the blip from Spider-Man Far From Home that I'll have to talk about at some point. It was interesting. But yes, the scene where we were in the room. Yeah.
My number 1 is just a guilty pleasure. It's the Ben and Matt cameos.
Yeah.
It's the Boston Boys. The shot, getting the Matt cameo, I had heard rumblings that, the Boston fans would be happy.
Yeah.
So to see him in the Dogma costume, which Kev doesn't own. Dogma you can't even fucking buy anymore. It's gone.
Yeah.
It's not streaming. It's not anywhere. So I'm kind of curious as to how he gets around that. He's going to have to play.
Because Loki, the name, isn't.
And Loki, the angel.
Loki's free domain name.
My guess is they're playing. What do they go?
Bartle.
No. What are the two characters when they introduce themselves on the train? Barry and Larry or something. Yeah. I bet he plays off something like that. But it's clearly the same outfit, the whole thing.
So I like to think that the Matt Damon character in Reboot is the Asgardian actor who played Loki in Thor Ragnarok.
That'd be a nice touch. It'd be kind of meta. Please make it be that Helmsworth that he's turning to talk to.
It'd be amazing.
But,
amazing.
You look familiar.
Then to have the shot of Ben.
Yeah.
Because that's something, they were linked at the hip for so long.
Yeah.
I mean, their careers are kind of built off each other. Yeah. So it was a nice callback to see the two of them back together.
Just keep my number one is the Ben thing.
Yeah.
The fact that it's out there and it's public now, and that more the fact that I'm glad that the way they're doing it is it's kind of like a follow-up to Chasing Amy, because that's my favorite Kevin movie.
They basically say it's a Chasing Amy sequel that he filmed.
Pretty much. That's really cool. And just, because, we all like the guy, and it's nice to know that he, his buddy's back, and it's, and they could lead to other more good stuff. But
yeah, because you could always tell how much it hurt him that it fell
you
apart
could tell. Yeah, he didn't like talk about it. You could, normally he's all like, the character of Kevin, whatever. But whenever that kind of stuff comes, you can kind of see like that one hurt. So
with those guys back in there, and with the things that we've seen revealed in the trailer and the things that we know, the thing I'm most excited about is, yes, it's clearly the same movie pattern and plot chunk wise, but the massive new shift is all the meta context.
Oh my gosh,
right?
Insane.
As they say in the trailer, the new rebooted Blunt Man v. Chronic movie is directed by Kevin Smith.
Yes.
Right? There's so many different things they're setting up where Kevin Smith and so presumably other people, like we already had Affleck being Affleck and talking about Affleck. And so I want to see just how they're constructing it and what kind of bullshit they pull off.
There's, just from the days I was there's so much like meta inside out fifth wall shit.
Yeah.
It's just, if you walk in this movie not have seen anything of his before, you're going to be lost, because it's all, it's for him, but it's also for us.
Yeah.
Kind
I
of
was going to
stuff.
say, he said it. This movie is for him more than anybody else.
Oh yeah.
The fans will like it, but
it's for him.
He was just happy to see the story in his head on screen.
Exactly. So yeah, and I'm not going to lie, I'm going to be a wicked mark for myself. Like, it's going to be fun to see my face on a movie screen. I'm not going to lie. It's something you kind of always think about when you're a kid. So it's going to be kind of neat. So, and the fact that even though he's told me a bunch of times, like, oh no, yeah, you're in there like 3 or 4 times. But to see the actual scene in the trailer, that was kind of cool. So I'm not going to lie. It was kind of cool.
No, definitely.
Okay. So Sean had Quinn's cameo, the reveal of Harley's character, and the dark theater scene that he fell and almost broke his hip in.
Yeah.
Chris had
that's a different piece.
Know.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
you keep saying he fell.
I fell because Nate kicked my ass.
It sounds like revisionist history. I don't. But go on.
Chris had the overall theme of the trailer, the Iron Bob costume, and especially Kevin in the hub doing the Iron Man bit, and then Ben and Matt. I also kind of had the theme of the whole show, is the fact that the trailer was actually here, the movie's coming out. The new crop of cameos, Val and Melissa and Thor, because I'll watch Chris Hemsworth do anything.
Yep.
Read the
including your
book.
wife.
Yep, definitely take a shower, whatever.
Yeah, I watch him do your wife.
Shave his legs, whatever he wants to do.
Shit, why not?
So I can just crop her out and just watch him.
He's photoshopping it out. So
just Photoshop in another Helmsworth.
Yeah.
I might cut that part. And then the Affleck stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Make sure you save a copy of that, Sean.
Nah, I don't give a shit. Anyone who knows me knows that I'm all about Chris Hemsworth. So
nothing wrong with that, man.
I wouldn't kick him out of bed.
Nope, me neither. Nope. Okay, so that was our Comic-Con breakdown.
He did a little dance.
I did. Well, it's because it's like fucking midnight.
Adorable.
I'm exhausted. So yeah, I'm gonna tease, we do have a special episode coming up the weekend. Sean, yeah.
I'm not gonna be drunk.
As far as you know.
We're gonna put Tylenol PM in his prune juice.
What? I hate prune juice and Tylenol.
Just gotta wait till the sun goes down.
Yes.
All right. So this is episode 36.
For episode 37, it just so happens that we're gonna be down at Red Bank, New Jersey for Kevin's birthday party.
What?
Yeah. And so we're going to have a special.
Second year in a row.
Second year in a row.
That actually is kind of the
I've
first
celebrated
anniversary.
It's the anniversary.
I've celebrated his birthday with him more than I have with some of my relatives.
Yeah.
It's frightening.
Yeah, so we're going down to next weekend for his birthday. He's doing a reading of his Clerks 3 script, and all three of us will be down there for that. Get to see some of our TESD Ant fans and some of our Smod Squad buddies.
I'm very excited to see everybody. It'll be great. So so we'll
including some from very far away. Which
West Coast represent.
Yeah.
West Coast and Canada.
Yes, and Canada.
Stephen Griss will be joining us.
My daughter cannot wait to meet this man.
Oh, that's right. She hasn't met him because he was at my house.
She wants to see who this weirdo is that put her daddy's face on a T-shirt.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe we can get him to do a live rendition of Shaggy.
That'd be so amazing.
Yeah.
It's funny. You just brought up like a Smod Squad and West Coast and everything like that. And I could think of, have you ever seen the picture on Facebook of the old Japanese man on the bicycle with like the 900 iPhones playing Pokemon Go?
Yes. I just saw that last week.
So I just picture that being Brian Stoner with the trailer on the 900 phones. Watch.
Yeah.
He's just watching them pop up. The guy's
nice.
It's like Rain Man with the phones.
That's Stoner with the trailer on
Fascinating
the
radio here as we're talking about.
That's great. Yeah.
Yeah.
As we use our hands.
So
if we ever get around to a website, we'll put the clips up.
Yes, we. Yeah. So
stay tuned for episode 37.
37 is gonna be a doozy. Yeah. So it's gonna be great. And then we're gonna try to get some video clips and stuff for Twitter with all the people we bump into and stuff, hopefully, and it should be fun. So once again, hit us up on Twitter at FN37, follow us on Facebook, subscribe basically wherever you find a podcast. If you get podcasts somewhere that we are not on, let me know and I'll get us there somehow. So
yeah, and how do we not know about it?
I know, yeah, I think I've got them all, but
excellent.
Yeah, so everyone go buy Reboot tickets. It's gonna be funny, at least to us. Go see.
Nobody loves DJ like he does.
Someone's got to, right?
True.
That's true.
Somebody's got to.
Exactly. There you go.
So, have a good night, everybody.
Bye.